There are, in fact, certain positions in the United States that require a level of expertise that may not be reachable in the numbers that are currently being churned out by American universities.
100%. I 1,000% agree with that. It's unfortunate. We could train people to be more productive. Of course, we're cutting the Department of Education, so we're not going to get there. I know the response is like, yeah, but the Department of Education has failed because people have either gotten, like, overall education has either gotten slightly worse or maintained in the past, since 1979, I think it was. But also, if you look at the numbers since 1980, we've seen a decline in the strength in the middle and lower class. And it's like, where do you get education from? Local taxes. And so if you can't afford to increase your property taxes, you're not going to be able to help schools. Right. And so if anything, I would argue that the DOE has actually kept us stable for the past however many. I can't do math because I can't do math. I'm poor. 50 years. I don't care. 50-ish years. That's good. So yeah, we don't exactly prioritize educating our own workforce. If you want to take less H-1B visas, which I'm assuming this is about, it is about that. What you need to do is you need to strengthen the American workforce through education. But we still need certain positions held and filled for now. And that's not to say that some companies don't abuse H-1Bs, but still, overall, we need this program.
That is a shortcoming of our educational system, and it is a problem. And so you can say we should up our game. I agree. We should absolutely up our game educationally.
I agree.
But in the meantime...
But if we do that, then of course we're not going to vote in any more conservatives. No more MAGA won't be voted in anymore.
If you do not bring in the labor supply, particularly to tech will go find the labor supply. Yeah. And so what you will end up with is an office that was employing 30 Americans and 3 H-1B visa people. If the costs grow too high, simply moving to another country where they hire 30 Indians and 0 Americans.
That's actually a decent point. That probably would happen. The country or the company might consider just moving or even outsourcing in a different capacity. Probably, sure.
Right. This is the problem with the reason companies offshore is not because it's easy or fun to simply move your company somewhere else. It's because the labor cost becomes so prohibitive in the United States that companies move away.
This is a good take. It's just unfortunate that people are going to hate this take because conservatives have been like, this is the problem. This is what happens when you're the party of racism. The fringe right, which is growing because people like Nick Fuentes are getting more popularity. They hate H-1B visas in general, horrifically hate H-1B visas. Elon Musk took a ton of criticism that's from popular far right individuals when Elon Musk supported H-1B visas to the point where those people demanded an apology, and then he did a dog whistle, Sieg Heil twice. I think that's why Elon Musk did that, because he was getting criticism from legitimate far right content creators. I'm not even kidding. I wouldn't even call that a conspiracy theory. I think that's a decent assumption. So,
and you can try to tariff them back, but all that does is artificially raise the price on Americans. Again, we're talking about affordability. There are trade-offs in economics. Autarky comes with the fun feeling that everybody in America is making American product. It comes with the very large downside that your products are economically inefficient, they don't work as well, and you're not globally competitive.
Yeah, more like H-1 bad visas, Joe.
All policies have trade-offs. It is also better for the American people, broadly speaking, to bring in the best from other countries. Now, how do you determine the best?
Usually you'll go with financial outcomes. But part of the way you get the best from other countries is by having subsidized schooling, especially good schools like Harvard, taking in people from other countries and having them come here. People don't understand. And people might think this is a bad thing. I'm not necessarily against propaganda for America. As shitty as Trump is, I like that other countries like us. And I think we were fairly likable up until the second Trump administration, maybe even the first one, but especially the second one. When you have people, academics, intelligent people, go from their country and go to school at really good schools in America, what they're seeing is a very small taste of America. America is a very large country, but they're seeing an aspect of it that's wow, there's a lot of different, there's multiculturalism, there's a massive amount of intelligence, this is a big think tank. I like America. I'm more likely to try to come to America afterwards, or if I become some kind of a political figure in my own country, I now like America for potentially the free schooling that they offered, and I'm going to be more nicer to America in some of our policies. That's how you do it, baby. That's part of the reason why we take other people from other countries to go to our really good schools. That's part of the reasons why we try to help other countries with foreign aid, or we should be helping other countries with foreign aid, because we should, first of all, just be helping people that are poorer. But second of all, it gives us world influence, which I think that we should have. If it's not us, it's China or it's Russia. And those two places do not have like we're close to the freedoms that we have. But again, we're cutting down on these things. We're becoming very isolationist. We're becoming very stupid.
You can make, again, the case the H-1B visa program is fatally flawed. It's not bringing in enough of the best. I will point out that many of our best founders in the United States are either immigrants or the children of immigrants who came in on H-1B visas, or who came in just generally without an H-1B.
Pretty sure Elon Musk was an illegal immigrant. He came here on some work visa, and then he violated it. But he was like, I mean, if you're a conservative and love Elon Musk, I mean, what the fuck?
H-1B visa through other forms of legal immigration as students. And the reality is that maybe our screening procedures should be different, but we need to see specifics on what the screening procedures you're applying are that would allow for there to be, for example, an Elon Musk American citizen creating tens of thousands of jobs. Or the head of Google, Sundar Pichai, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Or the head of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Now you can say that maybe if those people didn't exist, there would be an American who just did that job. But that is now living in the realm of theory.
I mean, this is a good take from Ben overall. It's just like, it's a brave take from Ben. I wonder if it would have come if there wasn't such a heavy embracing of like very far right, anti-Semitic, anti-everything sentiment. I wonder if he would have felt bold enough to say something like this.
It's not living in the realm of reality. Brain draining other countries is also a good thing for America in terms of our own.
It is, but it fucks over a lot of other countries. That's a different conversation. Taking the best from other, like I'll say, like, let's do an estimate. Let's say 1% of every country is actually like functioning enough to push the country forward. I don't think that I'm somebody that necessarily pushes the country forward. I'm not saying that you're fundamentally stupid, but like I think most other people are designed to help the infrastructure go. Like, you work at grocery stores, truck driver, bus driver, lots of very powerful, very productive, very good things to do that help support the life structure, but they aren't necessarily the brain of the country. That's like probably less than 1% of the population of every country. If we pluck those from other countries at 1%, it halts their advancement and their ability to develop pretty significantly, which is an issue for their country, but it is good for America. That's a whole conversation to have about like why we allow different types of, people coming here for asylum seeking, also us destabilizing their government, but that's neither here nor there. That does add to that conversation, but that is what a brain draining is.
On global competitiveness.
So, but I mean, good take for Ben.